Albus Percival Wulfric Brian Dumbledore. It's a name that echoes across the wizarding world with both reverence and mystery. Known as the greatest wizard of his age, a leader who shaped the modern magical world, and a man whose life was marked as much by tragedy as by triumph, Dumbledore's story is one of brilliance, burden, and deeply human flaws. To understand the world of Harry Potter, we must first understand him, because his life is woven through every major event of the last century. Dumbledore was born in the summer of 1881, the eldest child of Percival and Kendra Dumbledore. His family lived in Mold on the Wold, a quiet wizarding village. From the outside they seemed ordinary, but inside they harbored a secret that would define all of their lives. Albus's younger sister, Ariana, was left severely traumatized after Muggle boys attacked her at age 6 when they saw her practicing magic. This assault caused her magic to become uncontrollable, erupting in dangerous bursts when her emotions overwhelmed her. To protect her, the family lived in absolute secrecy. Then tragedy struck again. Percival, in a fit of a father's rage and grief, attacked the boys who had hurt Ariana. He refused to explain his motives in court, fearing his daughter would be taken away and institutionalized. For this silence, he was sentenced to Azkaban, where he would remain until his death. His wife, Kendra, moved the family to Godric's Hollow, beginning a painful era defined by secrecy, sorrow, and immense responsibility. Even in this troubled environment, Albus displayed remarkable magical ability from a very young age. His brilliance was unmistakable, a sharp intellect, talent far beyond other children, and a hunger for knowledge that was impossible to ignore. When he arrived at Hogwarts, he was sorted into Gryffindor. From his very first year, professors and classmates alike recognized that he possessed extraordinary gifts. He devoured books, mastered spells with ease, and excelled in nearly every subject. He was particularly gifted in transfiguration and charms, talents that would later define his early career. Yet despite his skill, Albus did not live the carefree life many assumed. His family's struggles weighed heavily on him. After graduating from Hogwarts with unmatched academic honors, Dumbledore planned to travel the world with his friend Elphias Doge. Their journey, however, ended before it could even begin. His mother, Kendra, died suddenly in a magical accident caused by Ariana's instability. Albus returned home to take responsibility for his siblings, while his brother Aberforth grew resentful, feeling Albus's ambition had always overshadowed the needs of their family. It was during this painful period that Albus met Gellert Grindelwald, a brilliant, cunning, and ambitious wizard spending the summer with his great-aunt Bathilda Bagshot in Godric's Hollow. Grindelwald and Dumbledore were intellectual equals, two prodigies whose minds fed off one another. Their conversations stretched late into the night, filled with dreams of reshaping the world. They spoke of the greater good, a phrase Grindelwald cherished, and Albus initially accepted, blind to the darkness hidden beneath it. Their friendship became intense, idealistic, and for Albus, deeply emotional. But everything collapsed when Aberforth confronted them, accusing Albus of abandoning his responsibilities for grand, dangerous ideas. A three-way duel broke out. Albus tried to intervene, and in the chaos of flashing lights and deflected spells, Ariana was killed. No one ever knew whose spell struck her. The grief shattered the Dumbledore family, and Albus's guilt consumed him. This was the moment that shaped his entire moral life. He abandoned any pursuit of power, terrified of what he might become if he ever led others again. Instead, Albus turned to teaching. Hogwarts became his sanctuary. He joined the staff as a transfiguration professor, where he was known for his kindness, curiosity, and his uncanny ability to see potential in every student. Yet beneath his gentle, whimsical demeanor was a mind always working, always observing. He could be eccentric one moment and piercingly serious the next. His students found him quirky but brilliant, his speeches meandering but wise, and his lessons unforgettable. One student in particular caught his eye: Tom Marvolo Riddle. Dumbledore recognized immediately what others refused to see: the charm that masked cruelty, the intellect that fed a bottomless ambition, and the manipulative nature hidden behind flawless manners. In Tom, he saw a dark reflection of what he might have become had he followed Grindelwald's path. This awareness shaped Dumbledore's attempts to guide Riddle, though he knew deep down that Tom had already chosen his path to darkness. Beyond the walls of Hogwarts, the world was shifting. Grindelwald rose to power in Europe, building an army, conquering wizarding communities, and threatening the entire balance of magical society. Only one wizard was believed capable of stopping him: Dumbledore. But Albus hesitated, held back by the pain of their shared past and the haunting memory of Ariana's death. It took years before he finally agreed to face Grindelwald, culminating in the legendary duel of 1945. The battle ended Grindelwald's reign and solidified Dumbledore's status as the most powerful wizard alive. With the Elder Wand now in his possession, a wand of immense and dangerous power, Dumbledore continued teaching, eventually becoming headmaster of Hogwarts. His leadership style was unlike any before him. He aimed to make Hogwarts a true place of safety, understanding, and opportunity. He welcomed students of every lineage, protected magical creatures, and encouraged critical thinking. He championed Muggle-born rights and fiercely opposed the rising influence of dark magic. When Voldemort rose to power decades later, Dumbledore founded the Order of the Phoenix, gathering the bravest witches and wizards to fight back. His strategic mind and deep understanding of Voldemort's psychology guided the resistance. Yet as much as he fought the Dark Lord, Dumbledore was hiding a painful truth: the prophecy that connected Harry Potter to Voldemort. He knew that Harry had been marked for a potential sacrifice before he could even walk. This terrible knowledge haunted him, yet he guided Harry with patience and care, revealing only what Harry needed when he needed it. Dumbledore became a mentor, a protector, and a father figure to Harry. His office brimmed with curious magical instruments, countless books, and the quiet presence of Fawkes the Phoenix. He was gentle but firm, kind but secretive, wise yet always learning. He never pretended to be perfect. In fact, he often admitted that his mistakes were great and numerous, and he tried each day to make choices that would not repeat the tragedies of his youth. His final years were consumed by Voldemort's return. He worked tirelessly to uncover the truth about Horcruxes, the darkest of all magic that Voldemort used to split his soul and achieve immortality. His research was slow and dangerous. While retrieving Marvologon's ring, he was struck by a lethal curse. Knowing his time was limited, Dumbledore crafted his final brilliant plan. He entrusted Snape with the task of killing him at the right moment, not as an act of treachery, but one of loyalty and strategy. This act would protect Draco Malfoy from becoming a murderer and maintain Snape's cover deep within Voldemort's inner circle. Dumbledore's death on the Astronomy Tower shocked the wizarding world. Hogwarts lost its greatest protector. Harry lost his guide. And yet, even in death, Dumbledore's influence remained. His lessons continued to shape the choices Harry made. His understanding of magic and humanity guided the decisions of those who fought in the Battle of Hogwarts. He had orchestrated a plan not to control the future, but to give others the tools to shape it for themselves. Albus Dumbledore's legacy is not defined solely by his victories nor by his mistakes. It is defined by his profound belief in the power of love, the importance of choice, and the idea that even the darkest people can find their way back to the light. He believed that no one is born good or evil, but that every person is shaped by the sum of their decisions. His life stands as proof that brilliance does not erase flaws, and flaws do not erase greatness. Today, Albus Dumbledore is remembered not only as a powerful wizard, but as a man of compassion, humor, eccentricity, and incredible depth. A man who laughed often, who cried privately, who carried his burdens with quiet dignity, and who spent his life trying to undo the harm caused by a single, devastating summer in his youth. His story is a reminder that even the greatest figures in history are human, shaped by love, grief, hope, and the choices that define them. No matter how many centuries pass, Hogwarts and the entire wizarding world will always carry his imprint. The Phoenix, his lifelong companion, is a fitting symbol for his life. From tragedy, he rose again and again to guide others. And even after his death, the light he left behind continues to burn brightly. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the life of Dumbledore, be sure to hit that subscribe button for more stories from the wizarding world.